TTNL Network. Maybe tune in.
What?
The tape never lies.
What?
The tape never lied.
Tape never lies, baby.
All right, so we're out here at Chicago Bears training camp.
Shout out, got Dr. Phil.
#1 podcast we listen to during the season and during the
Live
offseason.
Network, baby.
Sure, go.
The Tape Never Lies Network, man.
There you go. Hey, this is Tom Ferrum here at Bears Training Camp. The #1 podcast I listen to is The Tape Never Lies. It's awesome. You know it. I'm with my boy Kyle Brandt here.
Oh, we're on video.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here posing for a picture.
Yeah, my bad. my bad.
Keep
My
rolling
bad.
it. It's better this way.
Yeah.
I was going like this. TTNL, the tape never lies.
Tape never
Are
lies.
you friends with Adam Rank?
I am.
I should ask for your autograph.
Probably.
Rank runs this show. I still think we're taking a picture of it. TTNL. We have tape of this now. It never lies. Good to meet you, man.
Thanks,
Take
buddy.
care.
Appreciate it.
Phil told me to look for you. I kept looking, waiting for you.
No. Okay. Dad.
Thank you. How you doing?
You like the video or not, Shane? I gotta do what I gotta do.
There it is, Shane. Training camp.
Bears camp. Man. Feels
Bears
good, doesn't it?
camp. You have little audio issues out in the field. Rookie mistakes going on.
Bratcher's back there. That fucking rookie Vargas. I heard him say it.
Bratcher quietly saying, yeah, I would have had that fucking mix. Perfect. You know
Jackal
that
rubbing
shit's
one out right now. I got a chance. They're going to keep me. I got it up.
Claudia would have got it up. Claudia would have got that
Yeah.
audio up. No,
He
so
will,
those
but-
guys, as you could see, TTNL, we're going to bring these guys in a little bit. Shane, obviously, a little bit to get to. Obviously, news breaking out of San Francisco. Debo Samuel getting big deals as we go live tonight. You know, we always do this on our patron side, these pop-up shows. And as we get more family members together, you know, family is about loyalty and support. And when you build, this network, you could see the training camp energy of the fans. Recognize it. Fans in the stands.
You don't even just
recognizing
see it. You
TTNL.
feel it, man. You can feel it.
Honestly, I'm gonna let Ivan speak on it, but there was an emotional aspect to Ivan calling me the other day. He's like, Phil, and you had said this before with Sandy Tom, I think, for your first experience. Claudio experienced it with me at Soldier Field.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm paraphrasing Ivan, and he was like, bro, it's like you walk out there, and yeah, we're wearing TTNL swag, but to see and hear the fans being like, yo, love the show, and just, he was like, it was just overwhelming. And, you know, I took it to heart too. I'm like, I felt it, but, you know, Chris Zorich said it on that show with him when he's breaking my balls, but also giving me love, saying, you know, this is what we've built, Shane, and we're proud of it. And no one is going to tear that shit down. The reality is where you're going to go right after the game, where you're going to go for the true analysis is right here. And that's where it's going to stay. I had a former future Bear Hall of Famer reach out to me like, you guys know how to do it. That's it. You know how to do it because you know the game and you fucking are passionate about it.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
fucking putting up fucking soundproof foam all fucking for like 7 days, it seems. I can't to get so I can yell in my new house.
Tate and Devin
I
in
hope
that
I don't have to
room behind you, tell them to shut up because they're watching TV right now.
But I'm fired
Nah,
up
dude.
because finally we're seeing coaching and accountability. How many times did I say it? Now you're hearing it every day at this.
Well,
we never heard that shit.
That's the thing, you know, all off season you could get you hear the new regime. Listen, with any new regime that comes in, it's like, all right, you know, y'all automatically think that new is fresh and better, and
right.
We saw very quickly that that's not always the case. That's why I've been preaching, you know, being cautiously optimistic. But these guys got hired. They inspired you in the first presser. You could feel that it mattered to them because you could feel the nervousness in Ryan Pohl's voice. The one that really got me was his first draft pick, his first phone call to Kyler Gordon. You could hear him. You could literally feel his nerves, and he had to take a deep breath. He's like, just wanted to know if you wanted to be a Bear. You know what I mean? That is what you need in that position. You don't want I'm the Chicago Bears general manager, Phil Emery, cloak and dagger, you know, thinking that you're the most important person in the room. No, listen, as Bears fans, we have to be passionate because that's all we have. Our loyalty is with a franchise that is mediocre at best over the last, you know, 3+ decades.
Right.
Good season followed up by, you know, 3 or 4 very bad seasons, and then you rebuild it all. But these guys continue to show me that they get it. They understand it. I saw Eberflus standing in the middle of the field addressing everybody there on the microphone. Maybe I just missed it. I'm not aware that that's happened before like that. Maybe it has, but it goes back to Phil. We talked about him going down the bowels of Soldier Field because he wanted to meet every worker there. Everything matters. When you're preaching to your football team that every inch matters, every down matters, it goes away from the game. It goes to the front office. It goes to practice. It goes to preparation. It goes to watching tape. It goes to checking on your players, checking on their family. That's where it all starts. And right now, these guys are winning that aspect of it. Now we have to see it transcend onto the field.
The other thing about it that I really think is important, you know, a lot of people who write about the game, you know, they use statistics, and you guys have heard me many a time. Like, I just needed, with all my pride, because we only get one life, and TTNL has dealt with a lot this past 2 years alone. So I need to see a maniacal head coach. I need someone that puts pride aside, because football is a team game. And I always saw the Chicago Bears buying half. Let's get half a price. Let's get half a coach. Let's get half a defensive coordinator. Your Vic Fangio's here, one of the best defensive coordinators, and you got a fucking shoe salesman as a head coach. And no one else said that shit. They rolled their eyes. They fucking rolled their eyes. And finally, I'm hearing the coaching fraternity speak beyond. It's maniacal. It's what is maniacal? It's every day. I have patrons sending me, little quotes within articles that are statements defined by Bratcher, Alex, Ivan, Greg Braggs, guys that have been out there that have told me, no, do the fucking drill over.
Yeah.
Got to do it right. What
calling
do we
out
do?
Eddie, calling out Eddie
Calling out
Jackson
Eddie.
already. Love it.
These things, if you're a fan of TTNL, it wasn't heard on any other network. I'll tell you that. You want to know why? Because I got my balls broken all the time by these blog boys that say, this isn't high school. This isn't high school. This isn't college. They don't do that in the pros, Jonathan Wood, right? They don't do that. Well, I've been I've been around football, this game, my whole life. It's the only way to do it. Here's the soundbite. It's the only way to do it right. That's it. Bratcher's old network didn't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're confusing themselves, talking this way one day, next day, another day. He got confused. Now he's starting to straighten out. He did a tremendous job. Ivan gave him a fucking green beret. He's fucking crawling through. He pushed a girl out of the way to get a quote.
Yeah, Bratcher's going to have a porn mustache by next week. You know that's coming, right?
No, but in all seriousness, this training camp sets the tone for where you're going. Obviously, the guys they may cut, the guys that they finalize at 53 that might not even be the final.
No,
they might not even went to war together.
Phil,
but the culture is being built now.
Yeah. This roster is far from set. Even their final 53 and then the 46 that dress on game day, there's going to be a lot of turnover at the bottom of this roster because that's what these pro personnel guys do. That's what a guy like Ian Cunningham, you've seen him go out in the past and get these. They can be very, very high on a UDFA and say the Pittsburgh Steelers signed him because they guaranteed him more money after the draft. Well, this guy doesn't make the team. That's when the Bears claim a guy. You're going to see a lot of that going on cutdown day. I wouldn't be shocked if they bring in 2, 3, maybe even potentially 4 guys. And then you see guys that maybe you thought, expected that we're going to be on this roster. If they have practice squad eligibility, then they get pushed there. But the bottom of this roster especially is going to be something that's in flux. And I think it's going to continue throughout the season as they filter out, players that they want and places that they look to upgrade.
Now this guy knows how to get on my good side, whoever he is. If you're bringing up my rants to get you fired up at the gym, then hey, you're in good with my.
You can
where's
head over.
Get him a fucking TTNLs.
You can head over to our YouTube page that we are broadcasting on right now, and there's actually a DDP BHL rant playlist where they're all broke up. Just that'll be added to this year. Yeah, just so you guys know, this is just some of what you will get as a TTNL patron. There's going to be extra shows, extra content, lots of extra content that is going to be patron only. It's $7 a month. Like I said, just go over and try it out. Sign up. Listen, I'll even be honest with you. Don't go sign up tonight. Wait until tomorrow. If you sign up tonight before midnight, they're going to charge you $7 for the month of July, and then they're going to charge you $7 tomorrow for the month of August.
Don't sign up tonight.
So we're just gonna we want to be honest about that. But yeah, go
get you
try it out.
Truthfulness.
Yeah. Oh no,
You
that's
even
just
give back patron money when stitches get stitched, right? You
I gave George back. I gave George back a $7 before he bounced. Yeah. But
I'm gonna go in there and see if anyone's talking about me.
Jesus,
exactly.
So, there you go. Now we're going to be mentioned in the Chicago Bears live stream tomorrow again. But anyways, I digress.
I got it up.
You got it up.
Go over to tapeneverlies.com. You're going to get, when you sign up, you're going to get immediate access to our entire library. You're going to get the Tape Never Lies breakdowns that Phil does. You're going to get cars,
I'm
keys.
only going to put them, just to be transparent, the YouTube channel this year, because NFL Plus. So apparently they fixed Game Pass is no longer in existence. Coaches
NFL Plus.
Yeah, I got to sign up tomorrow. So
Yeah,
NFL Plus, whatever the fuck. Right?
Premium Plus or whatever the
Premium
fuck. Yeah,
Plus, whatever they got. Double P.
And it's cheaper. It is shocking with the NFL. Was $79.99 for a year. But yeah, go over there, check it out. Like I said, you're not locked in. It's not a contract. You're locked in. If you sign up tomorrow, it's going to cost you $7. See how it is. You're going to see.
We're also, just for transparency, might open up the year-long subscription. We're going to have a business meeting without any distractions to see. Because a lot of people, Shane, have reached out. Listen, I would love to can I just sign up for the year so I don't have to worry about my debit card switching out or somebody stealing my whatever. That's a big issue.
That is a big, and it's every month where people's cards will get declined, and not saying that you don't have the $7 in there. Sometimes it's as easy as, expiration date, or switched banks or whatever like that. But we don't handle the billing ourselves. We actually pay a fee directly to Patreon. They handle that. So like I said, go but go ahead, sign up and try it out. You got 30 days, see what you like. I don't think you'll regret it because it's year long. I know that fucked Claudio all up when he found out that we don't just do shit during the season. But
it doesn't end after the last BHL?
Yeah.
No,
in the off season, you're going to get comprehensive NFL free agency breakdowns, NFL draft, the build up to the live coverage of the NFL draft, and the post-draft breakdowns on each draft pick. So check it out.
Original music. I am telling you, and this isn't bullshit. I used to do like 7 minutes or even longer. Shane and Jim got pissed at me. I was like, I can't do that to our fans or whatever. And I used to maybe do offense, do a full breakdown of the tape. Draft Dr. Phil's The Tape Never Lies, not to be confused with the network. So the video breakdowns with the music. I saw my son peeking in. That stuff is just going to be on Patreon. There'll be like a 2-minute teaser on our YouTube channel. We will continue BHL here on our YouTube, as well as keeping it 100. But everything else, all the video breakdowns, Kramer's QB School, Cars, Keys, X's with the O's. If you're a novice to football, there's going to be once a month a master's class with Coach Atoshin Sr., where he's going to have you in the classroom. You're going to ask any questions you want. He's going to go up on the whiteboard and break it down for you. What's a 3 technique? What's cover 3? What is a 3-man rush versus a 4, whatever it is, that's going to be happening. And that's why we're here tonight to open it up. Also, we're going to get into a lot of football and open up your questions and everything else about camp, please. I know Ivan's diligently working probably to fix the audio issue. But this week, keeping it 100, speaking of, we'll have Dion Miller jumping on with us. And we'll have a surprise guest who'll be at Bears camp later in the show. So you have a double dose, a surprise guest. I think everybody could probably
Double
figure
dose.
it
Wasn't
out.
that your high school number?
Double deuces, yes, behind me right there.
There you go.
Nothing set up in here. Anyway, Dion Miller, I'm excited about her. I'm also excited. We've been delaying for the swag man, Shane, but let's just talk a couple other things before we bring these guys in there. If you're just tuning in, Ivan, our guy, AB, Alan Bratcher, and Alex Acevedo went out to camp. You saw a lot of people there. They saw a lot of things. They're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about with us. But obviously, our friend, David Kaplan, who I spoke to about 10 minutes before the show because I wanted to see what is going on. And I see the question with Tevin Jenkins, Shane. Yeah. I told you earlier, you had an inkling, a gut, way back when certain things were said, how he handled himself.
It went back to draft. It went back to draft day with me. Just the
coach,
reaction. Yes.
What was his name? What's his coach with the fucking mullet?
Gundy.
Coach
yeah,
Gundy. The way he was talking.
Yeah, saying if he can get fired up about football, and I mean you hear that and you're like, yikes! That you don't like to hear that. Hey, when he's on, he's on. When he's on, he's dominant. But unfortunately, with a lot of these guys, you see Eddie Goldman. You guys have heard me talk about it here a number of times. Ed, to me, never met Eddie Goldman. Loved everything that he put on tape. Was excited when the Bears drafted him. He always came across to me as the guy that was the biggest kid in his class, and everybody's like, motherfucker, you're huge. You should play football. And he's like, okay. So he went and he played football, and he was good at it. Things came easy to him. You can only get by on that for so long. I mean, that shows you how special of a talent Eddie Goldman was, that he was that good and dominant. And I don't think he ever truly loved football. That is my gut with Tevin. And I think it's a whole bunch of things. I think Tevin Jenkins is comfortable at a specific weight. And I think Ryan Poles, Matt Eberflus, and Ian Cunningham and Chris Morgan are challenging that and said, no, we want you here. And I think I don't have this on any source. I'm telling you what I feel. I think that Tevin Jenkins is taking that personal, saying that he doesn't think he'll be as effective that way because they want, Herb Howard said it the other night, I'm keeping it 100. They want offensive linemen that are lean and that can move. Now, Tevin has shown the ability to move.
Look like he was lean.
He did. He dropped down. He dropped his body percentage, but Phil, his body fat, he dropped it down, but we don't know. He could have been fucking pissing and moaning and screaming the entire fucking time. I don't know.
Have no.
There's this isn't just I saw somebody.
There is a comment I've shared with you with one of the players.
Yeah, no, I know.
About weird. The word weird.
He's aloof.
Think of who would you think is weird on this network?
Who would I think?
Yeah. Probably Bratcher, yes. So Bratcher probably could get cut if he went over too far into the weird, right?
Oh, you mean like tweeting really dumb shit out?
Yes, exactly.
The night before camp?
Dumb shit out.
And then blaming it on Ticketmaster.
So if you don't align yourself, let's just say this. I'll just say this. I've said it before. I know Cap said the same thing. I've said Tevin is the best offensive lineman as far as talent.
I think that's unquestioned. Olin has said it numerous times. I don't think that is up for debate.
But that's
You know
what
what
I'm
I mean?
saying. But if a person can't align themselves and they sit on the weird scale, forget the weight. All of a sudden, if you're in that aloof or whatever you're going to say, I'm saying weird. As a coach, I want everybody to fall into line, you know, because it's a team sport. Dennis Rodman was weird as fuck, right? He's fucking weird, but he did things great for that team, for the team, right? Trying to think of a football player that was weird as fuck, but he played for the team really great. It's hard, you know. Ricky Williams was weird at that time because he wanted to smoke weed and he had this thing, but it didn't help the team. As talented as Ricky Williams was, based on that, I'm just trying to tell you that if you're getting to that point with Tevin and then you're taking it personally, Tevin, that comes off as soft. That comes off the wrong way. And if you get into that, under that cloud of soft, because you can't acclimate yourself to what you want, what the coach and the team is preaching philosophically, then all of a sudden you start to flounder down and there could be this animosity. So is anybody cheering for Tevin harder than me? Maybe. I thought this kid would be the left tackle, dancing bear, dominant.
Right.
We saw what he did.
Real quick, Phil, just address this with Jared because he obviously wasn't listening whatsoever when you addressed why you're saying that about Tevin being a little bit. He literally just told you, Jared.
Essential is listening. I'm telling you, I was told by a player that he was weird. That was the term they used. As more than one person. I'm just telling you that. That aligned for Shane and Cars to say, well, this is what Gundy said. And now what said to me, Jared, that Matt Nagy was a shoe salesman? He's coach of the year. What are you talking? You don't know him. I know what I see. Football-wise, the weirdness with Pilates, I motivate people by putting them at second string, so you fucking fire the fuck out and work your ass off to be number one. That's what it's for. If he cowers to competition, then it's done. It's like the same thing with Mitch. If you can't rise to the occasion, it's like the quote, someone who's made a mistake is okay. They've lied, they've done the story in the Bible. Though who has not sinned, please throw the first stone. I'm paraphrasing it, right? So all of us have done some dumb shit. If you haven't, please let me know. But we've all done it. It's those that can admit it and not point the finger at somebody else.
Yeah, listen, if Dennis Rodman can be off center or weird because he's got a fucking track record of big time, major winning production. Tevin Jenkins does not have that. His head coach at Oklahoma State even came out and said, in not so many, this isn't verbatim what he said, but you're the most talented player that we have on the roster. But if you can fucking buy in to football, you'll be a first round draft pick and go very, very high, which he dropped to 39 is where the Bears took him. But everybody was under the assumption that it was injury concerns. Maybe it wasn't just that. Maybe it was these, immature questions. And the Bears have failed at that. Let's be honest. Ryan Pace's regime failed at that more than once. We've seen it with guys.
Benjamin.
Tevin Jenkins missed his third consecutive practice today. And from what I'm hearing, it is not a serious injury. What I'm hearing is there is a high level of disconnect between Tevin and the new coaching staff, especially Chris Morgan, the new offensive line coach. That means you have a highly immature player who's got a lot of talent. As one person who would know close to the team said to me, he's their most talented lineman, but I'm also hearing he's wildly immature.
Let's keep this 100 right now on that, because
that's my boy
you have to
Cap.
we've talked about this. Listen to Cap's words, and this is the thing, and this is the state that the Bears are in. He's the most talented. There is a difference between being the most talented and being the best. They didn't say that he's the best offensive lineman. Does he have the most potential? Yes. Has he been the best offensive lineman? Right. It
never win with potential.
But I saw these words being mixed and matched on Twitter early this morning, saying the Bears are taking their best offensive lineman and setting him down. He hasn't proven to be the best yet. He's got the most potential. There's a big difference. There's a huge difference. Jay Cutler had the most fucking talent. The Bears played better with Josh McCown, who's nowhere near as talented as Jay was. But he fucking got it. He bought in. He knew what it took. He wasn't aloof. We've seen this with this team.
Here's the thing.
Over and over and over again.
Tevin Jenkins on tape is not soft. And I think some of the audience will understand this. Okay? Here's the caveat that I'm seeing. It does take a special person that could be the go-between, the coach, the message, the sit down, the competition, and to find the identity of who Tevin is. Because what Shane's talking about, potential, I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck. It was Oklahoma, whoever the hell he played with power, tenacity. We saw it on that Sunday night or Thursday night against the Vikings when fucking what was the dude's name? I've already forgotten him because he's in Atlanta. The offensive guard comes over there. The hell was his name?
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Someone in the chat knows. I wanted to say Fabulajay, but it wasn't.
No. He was a first rounder for the Seahawks. I'm blanking on his name too.
Why are we blanking? Fetty. Thank you, Ben.
Ben got it.
Ben is on a point. Ben Ricketts. No relation to Tom Ricketts. I don't even know who Tom Ricketts is, but I believe it's a Chicago name. But the reality is, of Fetty, that situation, you saw it. So, Tevin, I think further in that quote, and I agree with Kat, it's up to the Chicago Bears to tap into this and get Tevin to not only get the fire under his ass, but to get him to believe in Tevin. That's the job of the coach.
He shouldn't be, if he had in his mind that he was going to be left tackle and it was going to be etched in stone and he's upset about that, then that's a massive fucking red flag on Tevin Jenkins. His outlook, yes, I understand him wanting the shot at left tackle or any position. His mentality right now has to be, I want to be one of the best 5 along the offensive line. Now, I went back. I wasn't on the show Wednesday night because I wasn't feeling well, and I listened to Herb saying that he doesn't think that Tevin makes the 53 or the 46 that even dress. I think that is, I don't want to say a while. I can't go down that road yet. There's obviously going to be more to this story. And there's
the pads come on. Listen,
but,
Shane,
but
we
you
talked
just Phil, even
privately
before
about
that,
the
if you're
depth
going to
of his
be,
mom.
if you're going to change the identity of this team, your leadership, you have two guys leading the fucking charge in terms of roster building that are former offensive linemen. You have to use every single resource available. You've heard your general manager talk that he, on a weekly basis, talks to a sports psychologist because he feels like he would be a detriment to the Chicago Bears if he didn't have an outside influence saying, you could be better at this. Why don't you take this approach? That's the same thing. If this happens to be a mental issue, or and Tevin may just simply need an attitude adjustment and isn't buying in, because I'll tell you right now, there's going to be Chicago Bears fans out there that think, oh, all right, just move on from the guy, flip him to it. His value is almost nil. Almost nil. You would be lucky to get a conditional 5th round draft pick. They would, if you are a team with an offensive line that's in complete flux, and the 39th overall pick last year, you're moving off of him. That is you screaming from the mountaintops that there's huge issues. Would somebody trade for him? I think that they would, because the NFL is always, I can unlock this guy, I can fix him. He holds almost no value if the Bears make him available. You're talking at best, to me, a conditional 5th rounder, and to me it would very likely be probably Tevin Jenkins and a 7th rounder for a 6th type deal. I think Herb might have brought that up too. But man, it's there's more to this. There's got to be more to this story, because
there's layers here. There's an injury.
His descent coming out down into the fucking outhouse essentially started when Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus got here. There's been no up. It's been
we
a gradual
aren't there
decline
in practice, and we aren't there in training. I've seen players throw a little pussy fit because a coach or a guy on a network yelled at them and they've quit. No one knows what's going down with this kid. So totally agree with Shane there's so much more to this story. A lot of the times I don't know that we do it here on the network, but we as fans will say, we put these guys in almost a Madden-esque role. They're number 76 and they should go out there and play and what have you. But
Phil, the day he was drafted, I would say 95% of fans, us included, assumed we had a fixture on our offensive line for the next 10 to 12 years. Same thing happened with Kevin White. We got our wide receiver one.
I was in heaven.
Yes. Yeah.
Remember?
But I mean, that's the thing. We don't have the benefit. And I know this is probably me
always
stroking my own ego. I feel like if I sat down with Tevin Jenkins for 30 minutes, I could say, hey, we need Phil, you and I have had this talk just on people that
me and Kaplan had this talk. The same thing me and you have said.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, I'm sorry, but it's true. There's no fucking way in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm on the same boat with you, Shane. I think just shake your head if you know exactly where I'm going.
I do.
If you and I sat down with Tevin Jenkins for 25 minutes, as great as tape and all of that, this is my final box, the interview. And I ask certain questions. I've done it my whole life. I can tell. I don't know how many people know, but I know the fucking story of somebody. I know the fucking story. Don't distract him with stupid fucking trade Bratcher. But I'm saying, even working in the juvenile corrections, I would know if the person stole or did. It's very easy to get, and that's the indictment on Pace. Because if injury red flags are one thing, you want to take a swing in the second round, you better, I agree, swing for the fucking fences. But if there's a question of toughness, or especially, this is the number one thing I got to know with every player. Because I'll ask you to a man, I'm just going to throw one name out there. Do you question whether or not Wes Welker loved the game of football? Does anybody have to question? Sitting across the table, you would know. I play with a guy, Wayne Corbett. There was never a Wayne loved the game of football more than he did his limbs and his head. The reality is you
throw him a house
it.
over the middle of the field, you'd fucking catch it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's who he is.
I played with this game. The determination, love of the game. Greg Gabriel, to his credit, Shane, with me and you, he said, Jerry believes in Mike Haynes, but I kind of felt like he didn't love the game of football. There's a potential. Mike Haynes, Senior Bowl MVP, had led the Big Ten in sacks, I think, or whatever. Didn't make it. Ron H.L. Priest, Ronnie Lott cut off his thumb. Yes, that's what there is. That needs to be understood. And Ryan Pace, and this isn't backtracking. This is just the piece. I only could break down the tape of what it is I see. And I believe, listen, your own GM, Shane, you said, was talking about meeting with a therapist, a psychological sports psychiatrist, to help him through. And you could see you're talking about the emotion and the passion on it, right?
Yeah.
We need this stuff. Let me tell you, I sat on the beach for the first time. I fucking burnt like a crisp toast. I got stung by a bee. I ain't going near that fucking beehive anymore. I got to get someone to fucking shoot it down or burn it. These mental things, these hurdles are real that we have to go through. How we handle, don't be blasting Tevin Jenkins. Support Tevin Jenkins. We need Tevin Jenkins. Those people that want to kick him to the curb, you're worse. But we're just breaking this down from the perspective of truth. There's questions. There's a hell of a lot more to this story. Thus, we've spent a lot of time talking about it because it is.
But it's a big deal because
it is a huge deal.
Yeah.
We still have, I see, unlike other people, I don't delete my analysis of anything, Shane. I actually stand and don't flip-flop. So here's what I thought of Tevin Jenkins.
Yes.
Let's go, Jenkins.
That's confirmed from Adam Schefter also.
Give me a tackle or give me death.
It's got to be.
Want.
Well, Phil, real quick, before we do it,
I'm getting nervous.
You're giving out position players, and we're moving on from shitty quarterbacks. So we're going to bring out. You're giving out.
I forgot
that was when I was bringing out Braggs.
But you could see I wanted Jenkins. Never hide from that. That's what the tape told me. But we've always been very honest. I don't get to sit down with these guys. Shane doesn't get to sit down. Cars don't get to sit down. And it's a real, do I have to question? My last one. Here's the perfect one. He's on the network. Did you ever have to question Chris Zorich's love of the game of football? This motherfucker's texting me updates about Notre Dame and college football season. Did you see the Hangover commercials?
I did. Yeah. That's the one thing they fucking won this year as a fucking college football team.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, they do dope
There we
promos.
go. Jesus Christ. Talk about keeping stereotypes alive. This guy coming in late. Coming in. Where is he? Does he have a mic? Thumbs up with a mic. Yes, he does have a mic.
Oh, this is Claudio the Boss.
No, it wasn't him. Listen, final bow on Tevin Jenkins, Shane. We all want it to turn around.
Yeah.
If he's out there tomorrow.
Well, listen, when your head coach says he woke up with something, then you feel like he's got a stiff back or pulled a muscle in his back, but it's been, I don't know. Got to get on the field, man. Can't make the club in the tub, but I have a feeling this isn't anything. I don't think this is anything back related. It just feels to me, and somebody pointed out, yeah, I know you guys love David Kaplan. It has nothing to do with our love for David. We've called David Kaplan out to his face on this. So I know people are trying to, I'm going to tell these guys something that they don't think they're going to hear. Phil's called Cap out to his face on air here. The fact I think you told him you didn't like him.
I told him I initially didn't like him. Now I love him like a fucking brother. I love him. What he's giving is somebody in the know is sharing with him. He's not saying, I know that this is something. He prefaced it.
Right.
And then he gave his advice, which I thought is great in it. And I think we all can learn. If Tevin's out there, do yourself a favor. Cheer for the guy. You know, Chicago can't have nice things. I can already see, Shane, fans being assholes. Oh, fuck you, Tevin. Yeah, that's going to help. What are you, a pussy?
But this will be, if he's out there or whenever he comes back, my concern is, as a franchise, let's just say that if it's an injury, the Bears could remove all doubt and just say, hey, you know what? Tevin's dealing with an injury right now. When he's ready to go, he's going to be back out there. Them being...
But they've been this way with everything.
Yeah, but I don't know.
He has it. Well, he's on the pup. Well,
yeah.
I mean,
but
you're doing it.
Come on, everybody with a fucking pulse knows that Roquan Smith is on the fucking pup because it's them with a wink, wink, nod, nod. You don't have to be out there practicing.
Well, they did it with Lucas Patrick too. He did it with Lucas Patrick. They said,
yeah, but I'm saying he was at.
We're gonna keep it here, but we don't know.
If it is a mental issue, if he's mentally unhealthy or in a bad place mentally, I just think that they're gonna. I don't know. They're gonna be very. Right.
My boy Bragg. Cap has something to say to Braggs. Where is it, Shane?
Oh yeah. Are they even
nobody likes Braggs.
Okay,
nobody likes Bragg.
Does Greg even know Cap?
I don't think Greg knows Cap. I don't think Cap knows Greg. That's Greg is right about Cap.
Short ass motherfucker. Been waiting for.
Phil, he's overwhelmed. Give me some fucking names. Every week we're gonna understand the fucking why.
Names.
Bears Hour Live's gonna be back. Better than ever, starting in the preseason. We get warmed up. How many rants will I have about some small school kid from southern Utah? How many rants?
I hope not many. Wouldn't that be nice to have like almost no rants this season? Just feel like, holy shit.
I find a way to rant.
These guys have figured it out.
People forget. I have positive rants too. I have positive rants too. I rant positively about these three guys. We're going to bring them out right now. Bring them out. These guys went to camp. According to sources, someone helped them out. Oh yeah. Cherie was able to get them some tickets.
Tuck that ball throw in, Bratcher. You're going live.
Get in somebody's ass today.
but I heard the Bears like took away tickets, Shane.
Well, didn't they say that it was a computer software snafu? I believe.
I haven't seen any.
I believe Glenn Braggs was the one that broke that news. I think Talicki forwarded him the information.
I'm looking for a song for these guys. I'm sorry. Bratcher has had how many days, Shane?
Yeah, I took up all the space in your branding, guys. I put in 87 songs.
Yeah, he didn't put one of the songs on the album on there. For God's sake. Anyway, let's bring these guys out. They went to camp. They covered the camp. Ivan Vargas, right there, the new lead producer. What's up, Ivan?
What up, guys? What's up?
Audio issues corrected.
I'm fixing it now. I'm fixing it now. Actually, I'm gonna drop out so I could do that. But yeah, introduce the other guy.
All right, let's bring them in. AB, Alan
Bratcher. Guys? What's up?
And his super sidekick there. There he is. Finally.
There he is.
We've been asking for him.
I'm going to talk.
He got off the golf cart finally. Had to get him off.
I was just on it.
You look
no,
like
I'm
you
kidding.
have no
I wasn't.
arms. Are you sitting sideways? Oh, there they are. Okay. Yes, look at you. That's why you're the swag man.
Hey.
First off, great job. Seriously. I wanted to praise you. Obviously, we praised you privately, but seriously, even Ivan called me and was like, Phil, I got to give it to these two guys. They fucking ran out there. They knocked Braggs out of the way. He was trying to get in the way of. They went out of the way to get things covered, and really, they had assignments. Shane has been even at the old network. They couldn't figure shit out. Shane would be like, "All right, someone focus over here, someone focus over there, and we'll get it all, and then we can talk and have a blast and have the laughs. But let's gather." And these guys really took that to heart over here, going over there, giving a lot of and obviously it was just shoulder pads and shorts, so it wasn't like you guys were getting, team and live drills going on, pass rushing, all that stuff was kind of tempered down, but you still captured the energy of practice, and you guys got to meet both Coach Eberflus, Ryan Poles, and the security department.
Yeah, they weren't too fond. They weren't too fond of me talking to Poles. I waited till he was talking with his wife and another family, and he turned around to start walking back into Hallis, and I stopped and I said, "Hey, Mr. Poles, do you mind taking a picture?" And I walked on the other side of the fence, took the picture, and the security guard basically yelled at me and said, "Don't ever do that again." But I know I thanked him. I shook his hand and said, "You're doing a great job." But he was awesome,
We got a picture of you. I mean, that Shane, seriously.
It's not even the most important person that they met. Alex sent me a fucking picture of T-Med. He was right there. Alex is like, I want to scoop him up and put him in my backpack and take him home with me. But
did you give Tony Medlin a small?
Hey, you should have seen him out there telling people what to do. I should have got him. I should have gave him one.
Should have gave
He's
him
a legend.
You're going back though, right?
Oh yeah, Friday.
Yep.
Yeah, go to Baby Gap and get a TTNL shirt and throw it to him next practice you go to.
I got Alex Shapiro. I got to get him a T-shirt. It was funny. I was standing there. I turned around. Dan Wiederer, Mark Potash, Alex Shapiro, and the other guy from NBC. I can't remember his name.
Schrock.
Yeah. He was standing right there too. I was feeding those guys. They were like, "Well, who was that? Who is this?" I'm giving them this Fields to.
You're helping them out. You're being the spotter.
It was awesome.
Spotter for these guys. They should be paying you.
They gave him a Twitter shout out for it.
Acevedo sends me a thing. He's like, "Look, it's the double A's." So I'm like, "Where the fuck is he?" And I'm looking, and then I realized that it was Alex Acevedo and what's the other dude's name? You just said I'm blanking on it.
Alex Shapiro.
Yeah.
No,
I'm like, you can't use double A on this network and expect me to.
Nope.
I did have a moment with Shapiro. When Shapiro, I said, "Yeah, I'm from TTNL," and he goes, "Oh, you're Alex," and he goes, "Acevedo." I was like, "Wow, you know my last name."
Yes.
So I felt important there for a minute.
And a lot of people know you, Alex, the swag man. I'm gonna get him a T-shirt, swag man on the back, dude.
Dan Wiederer just basically commented and said he had a great time in the show. Same with Potash. It was just cool seeing those guys. They were like, "Oh, you're from TTNL," and it was just cool seeing those guys, talking to them. And I was just,
those dudes are great.
I was kind of shocked when I turned around and seen him stand there. I'm like, you have to be here with the fans. You can't be on the field. You're the media. You'd figure they'd be on the sideline of the practice fields. They don't even let them out there, which is kind of shocking to me.
Alex,
they have to fight.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I don't get a lot of things. Let me go back to what you said, and I think it's one that, again, I've complained about. I've been to Jets training camp, Giants training camp, and I've been to New England training camp. I've never been to Bears camp. I did go to the crossover Bears versus Patriots joint practice. And let me tell you something. The Bears media are like the Gestapo, not the media, the security department. You can't go here. You can't do this. You can't shake Ryan Pohl's hand. And it wasn't, I'm not just saying to me, they were saying it to the fans. I mean, you're talking about Bears fans in New England and Mass and Foxborough going out to see the Bears joint practices. They were being weird on that. It's just, I don't like this bigger than us. We're going to let you in the door, but we're not going to let you eat anything. You can't use our bathroom. Oh, by the way, the cheap chips are yours. These are ours. That's not how you treat company.
And it's kind of funny because with Poles, he was so open. He was just one of us, Oh yeah, I'll shake your hand. I think it goes like I think Shane's mentioned it before. It's more up top, I think, with the secretive and not streaming it on YouTube. Because like you said, I've watched New England's on YouTube before. They stream it live.
I watched the Colts today. It was on NFL Network.
Yeah,
they had DeForest Buckner for a half an hour live while he was in camp, while he was practicing, talking to these guys. And we can't take a video? The media guys can't take a video?
Well, let's be honest.
I mean, talk about that too next.
It should be free, but there's enough of outcry of fans wanting content. I mean, I would pay to watch.
If you were able to just stream the practice, you could pay $30 for the preseason practices for a fan on ChicagoBears.com app. Pay $30 and you'll have access to all the practice. If you're in Scotland, if you're in Russia, if you're in the Netherlands, if you're in Connecticut, upstate New York, you're in the boogie down Bronx, if you're in Cali, if you're in New Mexico, wherever the fuck you are, you're able to watch your favorite team practice. It should be that way. It hasn't been that way.
It should be mandatory throughout the league. I mean, if the fans are showing up to watch it live, they would show up to watch it streamed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm in New York, Phil's in Connecticut. We don't have the benefit of, being 30 minutes or 45 minutes away from the facility. Right. And it would be great. I mean, we could break down. It doesn't even. They can switch it up.
My Uncle Sam said a great thing this weekend. You want people to talk about you? Show them you. Show them you. Show them you. You believe in your team. You believe in your product. You believe in your brand. You believe in wanting to move on a Soldier Field. Show them why you should be in a bigger stadium. You should be better appreciated. Open the pathway to streaming. And how about this? You guys witnessed this. Ivan's back as well. So I'll let you guys talk about this. But apparently the media department security head or whoever this assignment person is. Greg probably knows the guy by name and middle name and last.
Yeah.
But apparently they were grabbed someone out of the stands and took their phone and looked through the phone in regard.
Twice.
I'm like,
Twice. Yeah.
Twice, Shane.
And then they got the man that we won't say his name a third time. I'm pretty sure came down, made him go through his phone after the fact. He said that they were just taking all still photos, and they still did it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
There was because I was trying to get a video with Roquan. One of his security said, "No, you're not allowed to do that." Couldn't get a video.
Was it his personal security or was it?
So yeah, I'm not.
That might be
100%
something
on that,
different
because he was following him around a lot. So I was like,
I understand.
I understand.
They have this motherfucker on pup list and he ain't hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? That's
he slips up and says,
Bratcher's out there.
I'm fucking waiting for my deal.
Roquan's doing pull-ups on the
do some jumping jacks, Roquan. Come on.
Bratcher's going live. TTN, we got footage.
How's your ankle, Roquan? Alan Bratcher, TTNL.
Yeah, and it's funny too because there was like two security guards. There's a young guy in front of me, and an older gentleman walks up and he's like, just stand in front of him when he's recording. I wanted to tell you about this, Alan, yesterday, and I totally forgot till last night I got home. But the young kid just kind of looked at me and just kind of was like, whatever. You know, he'd walked by me a couple times. But I was always trying to hold my camera up high so I can get a good angle because I had some speakers to the left of me. But it was just crazy. The security guard telling him to like block my camera, and I'm like, you know,
okay, I get it.
Well,
like
you guys, some of the Google glasses that you can just fucking look at the shit, and it's not a bad idea from there.
I totally
Ray-Ban sells those too.
A concert where there's a performer, a comedian who's I get that. Like, don't film it because we want more people to come or want to hear about it. But the fucking practice in shorts and a helmet and.
Well, let me add something to this too. No. We said this when we talked about Bourbonnais when they left Bourbonnais to go to Hallis Hall, that it was going to be limited and so many people. They're only letting 1,500 people in, right? Mm-hmm. So how about the other 10,000, 6,000 people that want to go? So even if you're in Chicago and local can go, you have to fight to get a ticket or hopefully know somebody to get tickets or get lucky to get a ticket. You know, it's just sad because like you said, they have opportunity even just to make money, but there's just fans out there that want the content. They just want to see, they're hungry. They want to see Bears football.
Fucking,
I mean, I don't get it.
The people, this is where the hypocrisy is, okay? NFL Network's there. They could show you it on NFL Network, right? But Tom, Dick, and Harry can't just shoot a highlight that they capture. That doesn't make sense to me. That was the whole point, that these people who back in the day wanted that small town interaction before the game became the stadium, the stands, the lights. We got to focus on the game. This was more intimate. It brought in the fans. It created that bridge, and it's damn embarrassing. And from what I've heard, a certain Lunch with Larry kind of points out people because he's the Bears reporter. This has to stop. This has to stop. I know Carr's joked that he would be the first one to be fired, but he's not wrong. Like, this small town thinking that this is my coverage.
Well, that's what they're saying. Yeah, they want it for their content, and I mean, they're not showing shit.
What content have you showed me?
They're so scripted with everything. I think Bratcher, you pointed this out, or somebody did at some point with their highlights. They'll show a play over the middle to Cole Kmet, and Brisker fucking jumps it. They edit it so you can't see the fucking quarterback. Like, who the fuck? I could give two fucks if Justin Fields threw that ball.
It's the ultimate coddling, man. It is. There's too much fucking coddling going on, and just talking about Phil talking about the intimacy of it, like with the connection with the fans, right? Alex was sharing with me and Bratcher about how he would just bike ride down to Bourbonnais. and we was able to just go hang out. Like that was like even that you felt like you're on a compound. It felt like I was on a military base. Like that's the vibe I get. And it's going after Braggs last year about the fucking about the band. Like, it's a band. Like what are they gonna tell us? They're gonna tell us what the hell's going on in the defensive room? It's just there's a lack of intimacy involved in going there, and it's being close to players is always cool, but for some reason the place lacks a little intimacy.
I actually heard from someone else saying, "Oh, sorry, Bill, go ahead."
I've been around like this elitist people that they pay a lot of money and they put up players, or they help buy uniforms or whatever they've done financially, and then somehow they've taken ownership of the situation, whether it be a fucking camp for kids. I've seen this shit.
I feel like I've financed a couple windows in that new Hallis Hall over the years of the shit that I paid. You know what I mean?
Exactly. They don't understand that. It's so disheartening, man. When I hear you guys tell me the story, and I don't care who it is. If it's put any podcast that I hate that you guys could imagine, and they deserve to be able to broadcast or put a highlight out there of something that they personally sat their ass, drove there, had their egg and cheese burrito with fucking Alex Acevedo and Bratcher, and they fucking went out there and filmed it and enjoyed it, and they were like, wow, I captured a moment that I'll never forget. Because guess what, Bears, Chicago Bears, it's 2022, and every fucking kid known to man is carrying a fucking computer system with them that is almost like a fucking recording studio back in 1992. So allow them to fucking embrace your brand. And like my Uncle Sam says, you want to be talked about positively, show everybody. Show them everything. Don't hide
needs to be
shit.
Streamed.
Stop with this lunch with Larry. It's my Bears.
I see Larry.
Larry Mayer actually was one of the people that they yelled at about filming too. I heard from someone. One of the fans said that. I heard. I'm not going to name names, but Larry Mayer even got yelled at. Yes.
Did Larry yell at them? Because I don't think Larry. I think Larry has unabridged. Whatever he wants, Larry gets. Yeah. Fucking Larry cut off Dion Miller for a question the other day. Like, what the fuck is going on? And he still went. He's like, oh, my bad. And so
that was like Bratcher's elbow. Like that little girl did not deserve that.
No, she did not.
Elbowing people. Listen, Steve makes a good point that I saw too. Why are we interviewing these guys outside Hallis? Can't we interview them on
fucking
the
main entrance? I happen to be walking by my TV and I look up and I'm like, why the fuck are they sitting out at the main? You watch these guys on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever, and they're like, time to make the donuts, and they're walking into Hallis Hall. That's that view, the main entrance, and that's where NFL Network was set up. And I'm like, I don't know. It's for them to be locked up like that. And what makes it even more embarrassing, if you were a team that was dominating every year and winning Super Bowls and in the playoffs every year, all right, then it's somewhat justified, I guess, if that's your stance. Yeah. But you're essentially a laughing stock. You're a sleeping giant that's run like a fucking mom and pop shop for years and years and years. Yeah, and you're trying to
market, right? No, third.
It's third.
LA.
It's about
New York, LA. It's going to get fourth. I'm pretty sure Austin.
7 teams in there.
Austin. Yeah.
But listen, there's no. And this is the spoiled, and I think this is a McCaskey thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's spoiled. It's elitist. It's stupid. And the odds, Nicholas, of me. Hold on. not having something to rant about. We haven't even fucking played a snap in pads yet. And I'm ranting about the stupidity of the McCaskey. Like George McCaskey. Someone clip this and put it on Twitter. You ready for a rant? George McCaskey. You talk about being a fan, but you've never walked in the fan shoes. Because the fan in the stand wants to be able to film a highlight and be able to capture that and take it home. Because there's no autographs for everybody. There's no this for everybody. There's no that for everybody that it used to be. It's not what Alex Acevedo experienced as a kid. It's not. I can go on my bike down to Bourbonnais and talk for 30 minutes with Chris Zorich or Brian Urlacher or Lance Bray, whoever. It has become an elitist. 1,500 of you get in. And oh, by the way, we gave you some tickets we got to take back. We're going to take your tickets back. This isn't how you do business. This isn't how you are just a fan.
Yeah.
You're not a football evaluator. You're right. But you got to be better.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a fan, understand that the root of the problem is the elitist way with which you handle training camp. It's the only time my two sons that are 8 years old will be able to stand 4 feet from their idol and be able to shake their hand.
Yeah, I remember people said that all the time. Like they couldn't afford a game, even a preseason game. They would bring their kids to the training camp because it was free.
I love camp.
And now you can't even get tickets for that because it's a limited amount of people that can go. It's sad.
In all seriousness, did Greg Braggs get you guys those tickets?
Yes.
Yeah, he got me. He got me the two.
Yeah,
he got me as many as he could get.
Yeah, and then
he helped get you guys in there because what happened? The Chicago Bears sent Alan Bratcher an email 24 or 48 hours.
Actually, no, Phil. Here's what happened. The day they opened it, the day I could get the tickets, early morning, I got them. I got the notification email. You got the tickets. I actually took that email. I set it aside so it wouldn't get deleted. I knew where it was. I went to check it again Friday because I thought I could screenshot them. Same email, and it said that they were gone. Said that my order had been canceled.
Right,
I had no other email. I had nothing else at all.
Same thing happened
it was
to Ron
in the
G.
same. It was in the same. They didn't even
same
send
link
you an
I
update.
clicked on 3 weeks beforehand.
Oh my god!
Said
That's
that
even
I had
worse,
the tickets, and then I went to go.
You went
Friday
to the
just to
link
check.
that was within the original. You got mail tickets.
Yes.
You did
I
it.
could literally show
You
it to
made
you
it.
on screen. Yeah, I
know.
literally.
I have a
I sent you the
screenshot of it.
screenshots. I sent you the screenshot of the original email.
So
the
you
same
clicked
link I
that
clicked,
link to
same
try
thing
to
happened.
get the tickets back up and be prepared.
Yep.
And it said, "Sorry,
Yep,
your tickets have been revoked."
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were gonna go there early
Thank
to
you,
the
Greg Braggs, for
to the
getting them.
Hawthorne Mall and ask everybody. Well, I tweeted out the night before that I need one more ticket for a friend. That would be Ivan. And we were at the gas station, and the Chicago Football Connection messaged me on Twitter.
That's
Which
Andy.
I don't think that's. I don't know if that's him. I don't know if that's
No,
him.
no,
because
no. They're two different people. The guy that was selling the tickets initially was Andy Kramer.
Yeah,
Andy
Cromer.
Cromer. I think he pronounced it
Cromer.
He said Kramer because I asked him.
Yeah, it does look like Cromer, but I
Doug
love
was his
that
brother.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Chicago.
sounded great.
Shout out to Chicago Football Connection because I was so glad he messaged me and said, "Hey, I got a ticket for you." Instead of having to go to the line and begging people, "Do you got an extra ticket?"
Greg
Don't be
should
mad
have
that I got
left
the Robert
now.
Quinn over you, Braggs. Don't be mad. Come on. He literally
Well-
tried to throw me out of the way, and I ran around him just to get it. He's lying if he says otherwise.
So yeah, you guys did a great. We had to get that out of the way. That negative stuff. Now let's talk about some of the positive. Obviously, I started the show off kind of teasing Ivan, and I want you to speak on it. What you told me about you guys being out there in TTNL swag. Obviously, the reporters knew who you are. We've seen these blog boys, led by the Bears blog, Jeff Hughes. Hi, Jeff. I know you know who we are, Jeff. I have no idea who these guys are, but I think if you start off by saying I have no idea who TTNL is, you're living under a rock.
They know who TTNL. They know who TTNL is. They might not know who 1252 is, but they know who TTNL is.
No, that's 100%. And Alex, Alex has been there before. You know, he's obviously with the swag and everything, but it was kind of off-putting, like at first, because you got people looking at you like it's kind of like a double check. Like, are these guys wearing what I think they're wearing? And then you get people that are just open and coming up, and all the fans that came up were just awesome. All the support, all the love that we're getting from the fans. Some of them were patrons, and it was just an awesome experience to have and to share with them, because we're all rooting for the same team. We all want the same thing, and that's for the Bears to be a Super Bowl champion. Not only that, just a consistent contender for years to come, and it's something that these fans deserve. But the TTNL fans were just above and beyond, like, supportive. Just an awesome experience. For me, being a part of the network and having that experience was really good, really awesome.
Yeah, that really meant a lot to me, and it's hard to put into words. But I was spending the weekend with my dad, and shout out to him. He's feeling a lot better, and he was like, I can't come on camp yet with you guys because I don't know the rock. I don't know we haven't played. I go, that we're just doing a show, pop-up show with the guys talk, and he sends his best to Shane. He's worried about Shane and his dad.
I gotta meet Coach. I gotta go to that New England game.
He's ready. He's ready to meet you all, but he wanted me to let everybody know he's doing better and how excited he was, because he was like, I was kind of telling him what Ivan said over the phone last night, and he goes, it's really a testament, because I was telling my friend, I forget his friend's name, his friend Paul, about the network, and Paul cheers for the Patriots, obviously, but watched the show, and he's like so entertained by it. And he's like, this is what you have done since you were a little kid. And then you add Shane in, and he's like that little devilish kid in the back of the gymnasium when I was a teacher. This is my dad saying, who always had the smart ass answer that you, as a teacher, didn't want to laugh at.
Unless that dragon was fucking a goat.
But he was so proud to hear about Ivan and Alex and Alan going to camp, and here in TTNL being recognized by the U fans, standing up. So he has experienced that in Connecticut, like going. So his first experience of some fan was in Rhode Island at Dunn's Corner. And Coach O from Tape Never Lies Network. And he was just so blown away by it. They knew me from the show. So I say that because I felt like the authenticity of Ivan was so great that night, Ivan. I'm so glad and proud of you to be a part of this network, and that you experienced it. Same with Alex, because Alex has been with us since day one, supporting us from the old network to this network. We break his balls a lot, but I really know the integrity and the loyalty of the swag man. I mean, you are just a great human being, and I'm so proud to have you on the network, and the fact that you were there. I didn't even know about the Andy Kramer stuff to get Ivan a ticket, but that's you in a nutshell. This is Ivan in the original drop when we started the network. It was Alex who actually captured the original. I don't give a fuck if he smokes weed. They all smoke weed. That was.
I don't give a fuck that he smokes weed. They all smoke weed.
Smoke weed every day.
That's you, Alex, doing that back then. You always had an ear for it. Shane believed in you, and so did I, that you would be able to capture this and be that go-getter. I know a lot of stuff has gone down in your family, which is our family. And again, this network has dealt with a lot. So it's great to have you back. I'm excited about you going out to camp. There's one other thing I want to say about Alex Acevedo. You can never question his love for TTNL. Nope. Because Ivan told me the truth. He's like, Phil, me and Alan bounced, no lie. But Bratcher, Alex was out there waiting for David Montgomery to come out of that Walter Payton Center. And Demo was like, bro, just have them shout out the Tape Never Lies Demo to me, and I'll see them on Friday. So that's the real truth. I hear these types of things as a coach. I know that you went out of your way to get it to him. I love it.
I tell you what, Dieter, what a dude, man. You know what I mean? He's on the golf cart and he passes me. I'm watching for him, right? And I really wanted to get Dieter. And he stops. He kind of looks at me. I yell at him. I say, hey, TTNL. And I said, I got a shirt for you. And he's like, I'll get back to you. Then he's like, I start getting out of my bag, and he stops the golf cart. Like, tells the guy, hey, stop the golf cart. And he starts walking back to me. And it was just cool, you know. And everyone's like, do you know him? And I'm like, well, he's friends of the network that we're a part of. So it was just a cool moment. And I even getting a video I didn't even know.
That was great, Ivan.
I'm like, wow, that's awesome.
That's the stuff. Like, you guys capturing these moments. There's a moment. Obviously, you can't see it all. Who knows what the Bears would do if we showed it all. But the reality is, Ivan captured Alex and AB yelling, Coach Flus! Coach Flus!
We're walking up to the practice, and I see him coming because he's got the slick back hair, just like I do, the same hair, slick back. And he's walking. I knew it was him. And I'm like, there's Coach Flus right there. So I yelled at him, and then I told him, I pumped my fist, and I said, bring us back to the promised land, Coach. And he just smiled and laughed.
And then Alan had a face full of burrito. Mouth open to him.
Alan's giving him advice, as Ivan said. You know what you need to try is the breakfast burrito. Instead of saying, Coach, can you give me one tape?
Yeah, Coach Flus, can you give me the metrics? Can you give me the metrics on a Saturday practice at 10:30? I need to run those metrics. I think I can improve your numbers.
You know, he would have. You know, he would have said the tape never lies too.
I know.
I walked up to.
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him Friday.
I was kind of starstruck by him because he actually acknowledged me. He didn't put his chin up and walk by like Nagy would have done.
Extremely humble guy.
Humble guy, and he even said, God bless you guys. Yeah. But I was like, Coach, do you mind taking a picture? I don't want to bother you, but do you mind? Because he was taking pictures with everybody else down the fence line.
Yeah.
And I asked him, and he's like, yeah. And he's like, God bless you guys.
I don't mind at all. He literally stopped. I don't mind at all. Soft-spoken, humble.
Doesn't say shit, Shane. He doesn't.
And I didn't even think about it. He would have done it.
Never lies. Give it to me, baby. You think BHL would look good with Coach Eberflus starting it out like that? Meanwhile, Greg is saying,
I got Robert
Hey, Coach, can you say Braxton this year?
Hey, Mr. Brandt, I'm friends with Adam Rank.
Are we getting to that now, or will we go there, or what?
We got to get to Brandt, but do you want to bring our guest in before we get to Brandt?
What? We really have to?
There he is.
There he is.
Yes.
That's right. You fucking have to.
Put him right next to me.
Biggest mistake I ever made was
letting Actually, I got to put him right next to you.
Yeah, let me get right between
them.
Bragg sandwich.
Oh, man.
Let me give you a big hug, Braggs.
Yeah, you get a hug, Alex. I'll let you in all day. Alan,
I'm
gonna fucking be calling my sources for next Friday to make sure he ain't my
photo up in the fucking metal detector. Don't let this asshole in.
Put a picture up at the
So
gate.
you gotta call him Tommy Boy after him asking, Could you tell me where the gym is? We saw him his moment in the stands.
Yeah, fucking Alan recording me from fucking behind. I let his dumb ass in. This fucking bushwhacker looking motherfucker. I let his ass in, and he fucking recorded.
The top of your fucking class.
Yeah,
So
he
anyways.
doesn't look like how he looks in person on fucking screen. You meet him in person, he's like 8 feet tall. Seriously, remember the bushwhackers? You know, from wrestling, some of the that's how he looks.
Oh man,
like this fucking.
You're a lot wider than a
He's fucking following me around. He's
Greg,
got it up.
Fucking Jenny. Jenny's like, yeah, Alan's trying to get a video of me saying I'm trying to avoid you. And
Then let me do what I hired to do.
Like,
No, that's not what we wanted her
That's
to
a Shane
do.
order.
The Shane order was we wanted Jenny on tape saying, hey, TTNL, can you guys help me find where Jim Belushi is?
She might have done that, but you know, like I said the other
All we
day,
wanted her to say was the tape never lies. Fuck
the thing is about Jenny is, you know, she's easily embarrassed, and she literally couldn't have picked a worse person to marry. That's her own damn fault.
All right, nobody likes brags.
But Bratcher sent us that video, and
oh my
Phil
God,
and
Shane
I were talking to
made me
Greg
crack
in the
up
DM.
laughing.
Yeah,
That's my favorite part of the movie.
I met Angelo Ruccia at the Kenny Chesney concert. That was pretty tight. Right at the 30-yard line.
Angelo Ruccia. Oh, he's in the chat. I'm like, where did this
Angelo
Ruccia?
I know what he's talking
there
All
he
the
is.
times Bratcher could have knocked it out of the park with a I don't give a fuck drop. He just fucking missed it.
I know. Come on, Bratcher.
But yeah, Greg
Shane,
definitely was trying to fucking adjust his pants, adjust his shorts, puffing his
My
fucking
pants are
chest
always
out.
falling down because I'm fucking overweight. All right.
the
I'm
way
always pulling
Shane connected these dots, I literally.
Oh, that's the juice.
I love that drop. I love that fucking drop.
I started cracking up just like that, laughing because tell the story real quick.
Oh,
Bratcher must be behind Greg.
Yeah, we don't want.
Greg
Well, we don't want. Don't
Okay.
name. We can't break news just out of
Got
respect for Greg.
Stage 5 clinger alert behind me.
So
Yeah, no, we're not.
Bratcher,
we're not.
Bratcher being smart records Greg introducing a person to his wife, and
Yes.
Greg was like a fucking proud dad, like standing up and puffing his fucking chest out and adjusted his
I
shorts.
wish I could have got it going down the stairs. That was the best part. Like,
It's
and
called
he was
good
walking-
posture.
He was walking around me, getting
Shane
and I'm like,
puts
oh my God, I gotta
My
get it.
favorite scene from Tommy Boy, like right after it.
It fit so
And
fucking
it
perfect.
fit perfectly,
Did.
and I was
It really
fucking
did.
dying laughing. The part where Tommy Boy comes out and he meets the girl there, and he's
Tell
like,
me where the
"Holy
gym is.
Can you tell me where the weight room is?"
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Then he walks by.
I let this, goddamn baby. Let this goddamn baby black troll in, and this motherfucker does that.
Oh
Feeds
my God.
Shane this kind of fucking content.
He's a very nice dick. That
Hey, revenge is a dish best served cold, Alan. You didn't watch your.
Told you Plankton was coming for you, man. That's what I told you.
Shane, I can't wait to meet you in person adjusting his pants.
No, I can't either because I always said I'm gonna run him over with my car.
You run me over. If you run me over, you're gonna hit your mother. She'll be right now.
Sacrifices.
All right, nobody likes brags.
Sacrifices need to be made.
He's coming for it. Oh yeah.
listen, this week we will announce where and when the TTNL tailgate and meet and greet is going to be. And Greg thought he knew where it was going to be and when.
Nope.
But it has changed
Teaser.
for the better. Greg is going to be excited, as well as you patrons. And you guys on the fence of becoming a patron. We've already broken down a lot of the things, and just like this, and Mookie Hill talking about, there are going to be pop-up shows galore each and every time news breaks, but also when I feel like talking or Shane feels like talking or our guy Cars.
We had a conversation
Greg's
about Will
boy.
Mookie Hill today, Phil, privately.
We did. We got an idea here.
My stipulation. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What the hell is
I'm not
going
saying
on?
that. I'm just telling you what's going on. There's a lot going on the patron side. If you're watching anywhere in the world, you can become a patron. The tapeneverlies.com. We're gonna have video breakdowns, a lot of exciting shows, as well as a lot of the returning shows to the network this season coming up. And yes, I saw a
Dakota.
question.
Literally, the only reason you know these fucking clowns is because of me. You've said this.
Give me some fucking names.
You're gonna drive me under the fucking bus like this, man. See what happens when people get around YouTube.
That dude,
model. You fucking.
I'm
two
innocent
demons.
in all of this.
No, people
I've
get
not
around YouTube.
said anything.
Fucking
Fuck yourself.
Fucking Jackal used to be like an innocent, nice person. Now he's Now he's a fucking.
Nobody likes brag.
Alan, fucking same thing. This fucking Charmin saw fucking Mr. Rogers, motherfucker.
He's a very nice dick. That
one thing after.
Gangsters. Oh my god!
Charmin.
All the drops are going out there in the world. But
was a
yes,
good one,
sign
man.
up, become a patron. I'm sure you'll see Greg in the season. But to finish my thought, yes, Bears Hour Live will be back. The first preseason game. Shane and I will go live. My dad will come on talking about Chiefs versus Bears in that first preseason game. That first preseason game. Now we have a surprise guest here, Shane.
Yeah.
Dumbest tweets of the week.
I don't know where they went. They disappeared.
That was a surprise.
She agrees with the decisions that we've made. She's pissed off.
Fuck out of here, Ted. Where did our guest go? How come this fell apart?
Where did this guest go? The fuck out of here,
Oh,
Ted
man.
T-shirt needs to happen too. How do I forget that?
Here's
There we go. There we go.
Here, bring her in.
Barb.
I figured you needed a little shake up on a Sunday night.
Give me some.
Stop talking.
Greg's mom is on the show for the first time.
Getting somebody's ass today.
The worst thing you could have said to start, but go ahead, keep going.
What's up, Barb?
Not much. Waiting for the Bears to start playing.
Yeah, we all are waiting. Obviously, your son and the boys were all out at camp on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
They had a blast out there, and it was thanks to your son.
Yeah, don't fucking Phil.
I did not do that. I'm talking.
Barb, you have to know that you're like
that.
Shane uses you as a
Exactly.
running
Who did
joke
that?
on this show. They're trying to be nice and play the football thing.
Barb
But-
knows how nice I am off air,
Shane.
don't you, Barb?
Come on, Shane.
Well,
That's what she said.
don't tell me.
Yeah,
Hey.
see? Play the fucking
Yeah.
drop, you fucking idiot. Play the
gotta
fucking drop.
Oh.
We got all
No script, Barb, on this show. I didn't even know you were
I
coming
know.
on.
That's the scary part.
None of us
Exactly. I didn't know your son was coming on. I didn't know you were coming on. I did know Alan Bratcher, who seems to be Greg's number one nemesis all of a sudden.
Not anymore, apparently. I think that just got replaced.
Anyway,
Greg, did you share with your mother about the dream that you had the other night?
I didn't. If you'd like,
No.
I'll share. I do like that. I will share it with you and the viewing audience because That's why my name is Jim Belushi. The other night, I had a dream.
Newest invention here is called the Cobb Quiz.
Stop it.
Can you let him speak?
Shane, are you doing that?
That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was Claudio. He's in
Hands
Please.
Claudio. Claudio.
How can I be harassed so early in the game here?
Exactly.
Craig is over there dying, okay?
Okay, so I didn't think he'd have the fucking balls to put that one. But little did I know. I shouldn't have underestimated him.
Did you
But
forget who you were talking
You know how I
to?
feel about
the reason my name, in the boxes when we had him up was Jim Belushi is because the morning we woke up to go to training camp, I woke up very upset at Jenny because I had a legitimate dream, this is God's honest truth, that Jenny had revealed to me that a documentary was coming out, that she had cheated on me when we were younger and flew off with her floozy friends to visit Jim Belushi and never told me. I have no idea why I dreamed this.
God.
But the whole morning driving to Hallis Hall, I'm swearing Jim Belushi's name.
Poor
Jenny wouldn't
Jenny.
admit any of these things.
He even had to call me and tell me about it.
It was crazy. And it was such a crazy dream. I had to talk about it because you know how you forget about a dream if you don't talk about it a whole few hours later, it dissipates from your mind. So it was the most wild random dream I've ever had. And it felt very real, except for the fact that, it
wasn't real.
The fact that they were making a documentary about you.
No, it's not about me. It's about Jim Belushi, Alan. Get him off the screen.
Unless that dragon was fucking a goat.
That wasn't me.
Laughing.
So that was what it was about. But
Poor Jenny. Poor Jenny.
No,
Yes.
poor me and fucking Jim Belushi.
Poor you.
No,
Jenny wasn't with Jim Belushi.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Are you proud of your son? He's come a long way since I believed in him, Barb.
I know.
What, you don't believe in him anymore?
Yeah.
No,
the
I
other
have my
day he's
doubts.
texting me. He's like, I miss the old Greg. While the new Greg
What
is getting
old
them
Greg?
fucking tickets
What
to
old
training
Greg?
camp, letting this
likes brags.
putting this moron on the
I
top
said
right end.
the old Greg that would
Dion
be able to
Miller's coming
film.
on Wednesday. How'd you meet her, Phil?
I said
Given the opportunity to do a more expansive search.
I don't know where that came from.
I
got it up.
Hey, who the fuck? Alan, go
My
home.
hands are right here. It's not me.
for clarity, Barb. I said I missed
It's
the
gotta
old
be
Greg.
Phil.
I got my hands here. I got my hands on my hip. When
Hands
you
up.
dip, I dip.
Hands
Listen,
free.
Hands up,
my
Shane.
hands are here.
No.
Listen,
Liar. Look at his
keep
eyes.
him here in prayer position for you,
Right.
Barb. I miss the old Greg that was able to film camp. And
I
give
sent you a
everybody
shot. I just sent
That's
you one.
not his
on
fault.
the show. I know that's what I'm saying.
Well, you
That
don't miss.
is what I meant. I wasn't taking a shot at you, Greg. I was
I thought
thanking.
you-
Did I send you a thank you text or no? You're gonna
No,
lie
I didn't
about
see-
that.
Oh my gosh, you
I
guys
didn't
are
see
like teenagers.
Exactly.
Seriously.
He's telling stories.
Barb, have you ever heard of Mark Rebele?
No.
You're about to find
You're
out.
about to.
You'll learn today.
So is anybody
Oh, that's the juice, baby. Yo, I feel the juice in my mouth.
Barb, if we play you, that wasn't me playing it, but we have a guy that
wasn't
sings.
you playing it.
Yeah, that wasn't me. I think it was who played. Greg, what do you think? Should we? Can your mom handle it?
My mom can handle anything.
That's
We
Greg's
call her the
permission on that
general.
one, man. Yeah.
She's
You
just
gave-
fine.
Yeah,
You
I
might
read
as
it.
well. You might as well reveal all the jokes to Barb while we
It's a
have her on the
classic.
air.
Oh,
We don't need Barb to.
yeah, we
see
don't need to play
Mark
that one. That
Rebele.
one's
Come on.
yeah,
We
yeah,
get
HL.
it was funny, but yes,
That was-
I was being serious.
Honestly, that one was not me. I did not.
behave?
We were.
All right, is anybody coming to Chicago or not?
Yeah, they're gonna.
We're all
reveal
gonna
it
be
next
there,
show.
Barb.
When?
We
I'm
are
coming to the
revealing it
region,
next
Barb.
show. We're
What?
revealing it.
I'm coming to
Wednesday
the region.
night. Great. Shane's coming to the region.
Wednesday they're gonna announce it, Mom.
You know where the
What?
region is? Do you know where the region is? Barb?
Yes.
Yeah, I live there. Yep.
Yeah, that's where I'm coming.
Is the
When?
region
Are you-
Chicago?
They're gonna announce
Miss
when
Marcel.
on
The
Wednesday.
region is Northwest Indiana.
Yeah, I'll
All
be
right.
there.
All right. I'll have to listen in on Wednesday then.
Yes, but I'll
Yeah.
let you know sooner.
I'll text you after the show tonight.
just
I'll let you know
DM her.
what's up. Barb.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
All
DM her.
right.
Barb, but I'm not used to you without your glasses.
I know I
saying
had cataract surgery.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And
How are
I
you
had
doing?
cataract surgery, and then I got COVID the day of my second surgery. I came home and I felt like
my God.
crap, and I
Oh,
had
no. Been
COVID.
there.
Yep, and I was in bed for 17 days. It was
Wow.
awful.
Did
And that
Greg
was like-
help out at all? That's the
Oh.
question. Nope.
He was-
Nope. Nope. This is football, baby.
Yeah. Well, he was actually living with me at the time when they were looking for a house, and
I didn't get COVID.
it
Daddy
was.
got it. Mom got it. Eddie
It
feel
was
left
I
out,
had
Greg, and
I had
jinx yourself.
COVID on my 70th birthday.
Oh my
Mhm.
god.
Ah,
It was
Sorry to hear
nasty.
that.
I'm glad you're feeling better, though, right?
Definitely.
And you
feel-
look great.
I feel
look great.
100%. And watching Addie keeps me young. Trust me. She is her dad's little
Greg's
girl.
job.
She is a mini me of Greg.
Oh,
Do
really?
you clean
Oh, my
Greg's
gosh.
pool? Is a question in the chat.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Jenny
We
cleans the
swim.
pool.
We swim every day and have loving family moments. every
True
day.
story. Last year, Greg calls me to try to figure out how to clean
Are
his pool.
getting
and
compliments from Will.
He's like,
Cherie's
all
gonna
right,
be
whatever. Jenny, get on the phone. Shane's gonna tell you how to clean the pool. I can't.
It's a true story.
I swim in it. All right.
I go, Greg, your internet, man, you're so choppy. You gotta upgrade. What's this internet thing? I don't know what we're paying. I go, do you have what speed? I don't know. Jenny knows. Everything goes through Barb and Jenny. That's
That's a
it.
really good Greg.
What would you
I need
do?
you to do me a favor. Take the comment off the screen, Alan. Pull over.
I gotcha.
See,
Oh, if I can-
See, I can't see him without my glasses.
beautiful mother being
Take it off.
shadowed
I
by
was
crazy
born in
Wilfong's
Maryland.
stupid name. Now, listen. I need you to do
Mrs.
me.
Marshall,
I
right?
need you to do me a favor,
Greg's
Mom.
Your,
they
your wife might have a problem
They
with that.
clip a lot of things, throughout the
Yes,
show. As
be
you've
very
seen,
careful.
pull up the drops. They have one of Cap saying nobody likes Braggs. Go ahead, Alan.
I love all.
No,
I love all.
Mike, not that fucking.
here's the mouse, bud. I'm not doing it.
Okay. Anyway, so I need you to make this clip because they're going to clip a lot of things from this interview with you, Mom. And I need you to say one thing, and that's I just need you to say for the camera and for the record, go fuck yourselves, Phil and Shane. You just gotta say
Real quick. Real quick.
I know you don't like to swear, but you gotta
wait,
say.
wait.
Fuck yourself.
Remove
I'm
everybody from
not
the screen.
saying
Put-
it.
You gotta say it.
He refuses to do it. This is what I
Put
love
her up on the
about you.
This
screen
is
by
what we do
herself,
here
and she
on
can
Keep It
just
at
say
100.
exactly what she
Oh
thinks.
my God.
Say it
This
with your,
invention here is called the
just say it with your heart, Mom.
God.
For all
Say-
the stupid drops they do, say
Go
it.
after
please.
yourself, Phil and Shane.
No, put her.
I'm not saying it.
You,
Got rid of
All
you,
right, goodbye. I'm leaving.
you say
Have a good
whatever
night.
you like. Oh,
You
we miss you.
behave yourselves.
Say it one more time. Where they're gonna main screen you. Say it one more
Why?
time.
Why do I have to do
You
that?
have
The
to.
tape
For your
never
son.
lies.
For
Do me
your
a favor
son.
for your son.
This is
How long
Mrs.
have you
Bragg.
guys known each? How long have you known each other?
Just say it, Mom.
What is
We'll
it?
get to
5
the
years
rest.
now? 6 years?
No, longer than that. Oh my
Say
gosh.
it.
Go
Hold
fuck
on.
yourself.
Up. Say it. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right, go fuck yourself, Phil and Shane.
Yes!
Go fuck yourself.
Good
That was
bye.
perfect.
Yes.
Behave.
We love you, Barb.
We
All right.
appreciate
All right.
it.
Be
Get
safe.
your rest. Get your rest. You gotta watch my child.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Imagine the smells coming out of that thing, but
Oh my god.
Hey, please tell me there's another guest. I hope
You had a
Angelo's
grand
coming
slam
on now.
that one, Shane.
Listen, I didn't even know
grand slam.
we were going to have this many guests.
How did
We
you
got
pull
Greg
that off,
Braggs.
Greg?
If you're just tuning in, we got the pop-up show tonight. In all seriousness,
Birthday gift to Shane.
Greg Braggs. Yes, he didn't send me a birthday gift, nor did he send Shane one. Alex
I got
Acevedo, the swag
Got
man.
one.
Just
You
gave
got
Shane
one from Greg?
Just gave
I
it to
didn't get
him
one.
right now.
Hey, how about that bobblehead?
It was-
Oh,
yeah, we
yeah.
gotta bring
Thank you,
that
Alex.
song back.
Thank you,
Jeez.
Alex.
Hey, that was
We
a
got Alan
classic.
Bratcher and Ivan Vargas on the show tonight. They were at camp. The four of these guys were at camp, even though Greg was elitist them, however we're going to say it.
Yeah, right.
Pretending he didn't know who they were at times was according to sources.
Yeah,
Hey, he did
Alan
hey.
for sure.
Hey,
Trust me, when you meet this guy in person, too, you're gonna do the same fucking thing.
Wow.
hey, Greg seen Alan walking towards him, he put his head down and ran the other way.
Shit, this guy.
Yes, I agree, Casey. Barb deserved to give us that. Even though I did none of those drops, I don't know who was doing it. Claudio's on his couch, apparently. So,
It wasn't me.
So it leaves it down to
I was
Bratcher, Vargas, and that's it. Because I don't think
I'm
Alex
pretty
had
sure it
that.
was all.
No, I can't do it. Can't blame me.
Anyway, guys,
Oh, man.
Bratcher, can you upload? I was texting you and I couldn't get the text to type because the music stopped. Can you upload the Kyle Brandt interaction quickly?
I can.
That I wanted everyone to see that. Obviously, Kyle Brandt, you guys know it would be like it wouldn't be a show if I didn't address this, Shane or myself. My dad was defending Kyle Brandt this weekend for a minute until I said, why isn't Adam Rank there covering the Chicago Bears? Oh, by the way, Adam Rank will be there August 3rd, Wednesday, August 3rd at camp.
It's loaded.
Maybe Greg could get a ticket for Acevedo, Ivan.
I gotta work that day, I think. So I won't be able to make it that day.
That's why I left your name out of it, because I knew Greg was not going to get
He
you
wasn't
a
getting me one
Bratcher
anyway.
just thinking about himself. Must mean I'm going.
Pretty much.
Guess I'm going back to camp.
But anyway,
Oh man.
Kyle Brandt and I've reached out to him via Instagram. I've tagged him on Instagram. He obviously knows the network, and you could see the interaction showcasing that he knows. So some people have speculated that he thinks Bratcher is me in this clip, like he doesn't know or something. But I don't know what he thinks. But the reality is, you got to meet him. He seemed like a really good dude, down to earth. But listen, I stand by I'm speaking to you, Kyle. I appreciate the shout out to the network, but I have issue with pulling elitist fandom. Whoever's the hot team, that's who I'm cheering for. Your loyalty has to live and die. I can't even play with another team on Madden, even though I haven't played Madden in a long time. But if I picked up the game now, I would not play with any other team but the Chicago Bears. That's loyalty. That's what this network's about. And that's why, Kyle, we can't understand your vibe or feelings for the Buffalo Bills, Shane. And
that's what the entire NFL network is. ESPN. It's just I think the Buffalo Bills are going to win the whole fucking thing this year. If I'm being honest, it doesn't mean that I'm going to, become a Buffalo Bills fan as Acevedo.
Right.
Did your flag just shift or something?
What
What's going
look
on?
like you're posing
He's
right
moving.
now.
He is.
That's what it looks like. He's like,
You're on mute.
And he's on
Can't
mute.
hear you.
yeah, he can't even
Yeah,
defend
hear you.
himself. You're on mute.
Sorry, my phone moved. My bad.
Oh, I'm like, Jesus
you're on your
Christ.
phone.
He was
my
doing
house just shifted.
Was that Rashawn Salam or Curtis
Did you
Enos that did that pose?
Jesus, don't bring up Rashawn Salam. He's awesome.
What, this?
Yeah, which guy was it? You guys know.
No Rashawn Salam talk tonight, please. But seriously,
May he rest in peace.
There's two. First of all, Alex Acevedo is the most laid-back guy on the air I've ever. Every time he comes on,
I have one of the best drops
higher
ever
than fucking.
from the old
I'm not Thomas. I'm just chilling.
That's me tonight.
One of the
Always laid
best drops ever. You know what you did
Yes.
to Jackal on Wednesday when he
Yes.
got put up on
Oh,
screen?
the Greg
Oh, no.
Bragg.
Best one of Greg.
Oh no.
In true Acevedo fashion, we're dying laughing. We're fucking sweating. And Acevedo's like, one more thing I want to talk about. He just totally fucking crowbarred our laughter and started talking about something that didn't even matter. It was so
I remember that.
Exactly.
And by the way, the Bills are going to win it all this year. And wait, they have a defensive head coach. Oh,
yeah.
I'm tired of hearing about that shit. Jeez.
Acevedo going on a mini rant.
Back to Brand. It's just what it is, man. He carried it over into the fucking draft and had a fucking chicken wing and buffalo
I know,
wing,
and he
all
was.
that shit.
Wouldn't you
it's
go
hokey.
and cover their camp?
Well,
You know
they're
what
gonna
I'm
go. He's gonna go where they fucking tell him to go. I mean, that's what it is.
Like Adam Rank.
Adam Rank was at the Bengals camp the other day.
Yeah.
That was I won't.
It's like
speak
Bragg's
on it.
going to the dark side.
I'm with my boy Kyle Brandt here.
Oh, we're on video.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here posing for a picture.
Yeah, my bad. my bad.
Keep
my
rolling
bad.
it. It's better this way.
Yeah.
I was going like this. TTNL, the tape never lies.
Tape never lies.
Are you friends with Adam Rank?
I am.
I should ask for your autograph.
Probably.
Rank runs this show. So I still think we're taking a picture of it. TTNL. We have tape of this now. It never lies. Good to meet you, man.
Thanks,
Take
buddy.
care.
Appreciate
It does kind
The
of sound
tape
like.
never lies.
To me, it does. Watching that back, it does kind of seem like he's alluding to, Rank knows DDP and.
Right.
He literally wasn't saying anything to me until I said we're the network that has Adam Rank on all the time, and then he stopped, and then he was ready to talk.
Yeah,
that's 100 right there, guys. That's 100.
Oh. That
he really
part
didn't
gives
know
a
who
little
we were,
perspective.
and then as soon as I showed him the shirt, I said, "Yeah, we have Adam Rank on all the time." He goes, "Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, let's take a photo." And
Maybe
then I
did
lied.
you,
and
did
we
you
ended
line
taking a
him up
video.
to confront the best Bears show on the planet? Could he get on here? Would he get on here, Jim Belushi? Do you think? No.
You what?
Braggs.
Well, at least there's video evidence of Alan scaring someone at camp. He was scaring, and I know he was scaring a lot of other people. There's sources that say he was elbowing kids.
That is not Alan in that video. That is Phil in that video because Alan's portraying that he's Phil now.
Oh, I did not. Absolutely not.
So we got to keep it 100.
Yeah,
I'm like 6'1.5", 6'2" ish.
Oh, okay.
Phil,
good. Yeah,
we got to keep it 100. We had a nice chat with Mr. Ivan Vargas. We had a fucking dog collar, shot collar, everything ready to be deployed if Alan stepped out of line. We're waiting for him to rip his clothes off and go streaking, and
I had a long talk.
Ivan was in charge.
I had to talk with Alan. Me, Alex, and Alan had a meeting, and I was just like, Alan, look, and he already knew. Like before he even got the words out, I was like, look, Alan. And I was like, Alex, you can go off the screen.
No, he goes,
go off.
I'm looking at you, Alex, I'm looking at you, Alan, when I say this, and I'm like, I already know.
Yeah, the best part about it was Phil and I were talking to Vargas about this, and then my family and I sit down for fucking dinner, like literally 90 minutes later, and I look at fucking Twitter, and nothing was said, and all of a sudden I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And I look down and fucking Bratcher, I got it on my phone still. Let me read it.
Unless that dragon was fucking a goat.
It's way worse than that. Where the hell is
Zero
it?
given.
Yes.
Bratcher.
Alan
comes out
Bratcher
with a
sends
tweet.
this out.
To Gene Greco.
To Mark Giangreco of all fucking people. Jesus.
I didn't know that.
Give me some fucking name.
He's my guy,
TTNL
man.
Network will be there Saturday going live during practice. I'm taking bets how long it takes us before they kick us out. Got to do it Gian Greco style. 0 fucks given. I'm like, oh my God. We literally just talked to Vargas about this 90 minutes
yeah.
ago.
Hey,
I'm sure Mike
talk to me.
Shane went to put out.
Got it up.
He's like, you better fucking delete that shit right now.
Yeah.
And
oh my God.
I got like 4 messages at the same time. Delete that shit now, Shane, Ivan.
I fucking put it to DM. I'm like, Bratcher, fucking delete that. Jesus Christ.
Man.
And Vargas responds to it. Oh boy. He fucking it was
I'm driving up to Rhode Island. My phone's blowing up. Did you see fucking Bratcher?
Fat Mike's like, see, I told you.
Gotta watch yourself.
I warned you. Watch yourself.
I'm crying a lot. I can't find the hole.
Should have played that one for Barb.
God, we need that one for Barb.
Have you guys ever seen Greg's, other than a fucking buy one get one at Taco Bell, have you ever seen his face so red when we were playing those drops?
I tried to mentally prepare myself for it. I knew what I was signing up for when I gave her the link, but nothing can prepare you for such a moment. But
he's like,
luckily my mom was around a lot of
have balls enough to do it.
scoundrels.
I'm like, did you just meet us? You have no idea what we do.
My mom's been around a lot of scoundrels well before you guys, so nothing she isn't used to with us.
Live
The general.
The general.
Plus
That's
people
right.
watching her, though. Greg, let's get that
Yeah,
right.
well,
But-
we had some pretty big parties back in the day.
Let's
but
do this
I
though.
think
The
that's-
guy, you guys, you
gotta-
forward
yeah,
there.
Let's wrap it up.
Vargas,
here.
starting with you, what was your number one take away from the on-field training camp that you're going to take away from training camp on Saturday?
Speed. I mean, we talked about the pads, and they don't have pads on. You can only judge to an extent, I guess. You could see aggression, you could see that, but once you put the pads on, you're full go. Then you could start really, dissecting what's going on and which player to look at, which player is surprising you. But speed on the defense, I would say that they were flying around. I know the offense, either the day before, the day before that, or before that, prior to that, was having a good day, but the defense was all over the place on Saturday. I feel like there was some big plays. Like, don't get me wrong, like Justin made some throws, but it was just the speed of the defense and the intensity in which everybody's operating. Like, they're sprinting to the next drill, every play. It seems like, and I'm specifically talking about defense, every play the defense just seemed like they had this energy. Not to say that the offense didn't have energy, but they were just kind of sluggish that day. Maybe I don't know, but the biggest thing I saw was the speed of the defense and their aggression. Like, they're very aggressive in what they do. Like, everything is let's go 110, and I like that.
That's good stuff. And then you backed it up by telling me that by showing the video of the team swarming. Now, when I was coaching, my father established this drill, and probably some of you who have played, it's called a pursuit drill. And you would line everybody up and you would throw the ball to the outside and have everybody run to the football. There's no fucking jogging, everyone's hustling. And that would be an in-practice sprint, but it also, and you can hear Eberflus talking about it, that we're having to watch these guys and make sure they're accountable, because if they don't do it right, Ivan, as you pointed out, they went back, and Shane talked about it with Eddie, and do it again.
Yeah.
Do it fucking again and do it right. That is so important, that we're actually not just hearing, because that was the thing, we were on pause on this network. Yeah, he's saying all the right things. Everything's getting me excited about his culture and about loafs and hits and all of that. But pursuit drills, accountability, something's done wrong. And the thing that I love about Eberflus so far, he institutes an aggressive mention of his coaches better be doing it as well as the players. That, to me, gives consistency across the board. And I'm excited about that, because the videos that you guys showed Obviously, Greg sent something, Shane. I don't know what it was, but you could put it up. Obviously,
Best
for
throw of
camp.
the day.
Best throw of the day. We'll end the show on that. But the reality is we're seeing pursuit, speed, and hustle. Alan, what about you in regards to that?
If I'm just picking one, I was going to say that too, Ivan, honestly. But I would say other than that, Bayless Jones looks like the real deal.
Yeah.
On the outside a lot, going deep, grabbing balls deep. I think he beat Kyler Gordon on a ball. Just all over the place. He's the real deal. He's definitely going to be a guy to look out for this entire preseason.
I was listening to the No Name podcast with Olin Kreutz and Jay Mack, and they had our guy Rashid Davis. You could say whatever the fuck you want about Olin Kreutz and all that, and everyone could have a fucking cheer squad, blog boy, cheerleader, pom-pom show, but not me, because I think it's a loss for the city. I think it's a loss for the Bears, because one thing about Olin was that he kept it 100 on the national stage when it came to the Bears. That's my mini rant on that. But I will say, when listening to the show, you talk about adversity. You talk about Rashid Davis coming into the league at 27 years old, the oldest rookie in 2007. I forgot about that, Shane.
Yeah.
And he came from the Arena League.
Arena League. Yeah.
And he was in the Arena League. It don't matter where the fuck, when the fuck you come into the league. I made sure I didn't get that drop.
I
You
just wrote down the time.
You better come into the league ready to play. So when you say that, obviously there's no pat, whatever. The speed is legit, and the attitude and everything like that. That Bayless Jones, there is a. We talked a lot about Tevin Jenkins. If you're just tuning in earlier in the show about and Eddie Goldman, do they love the game? Is that the issue? There's no questioning Bayless Jones. This fucking guy loves the game of football, and he is going to be exciting to watch. I still remember my first time I talked to Greg Braggs on a podcast. I was like, Greg, tell me who the standout was. And it clearly was for him.
I knew that was coming.
It clearly was Anthony Miller.
I got fuck with me. All right.
Before that, it was Tariq Cohen.
I'll take it.
You could see the reality of these players. So good job. Bayless Jones. Going to be excited to see what he brings to the table. Alex, what about you?
I got two things. You could tell the discipline with the players. No one's sitting there dancing around to the music. They're focused on the drills and doing it right. The other thing I noticed, everyone's swarming to the ball. If it's a tip ball, I tell you what, my underrated player that I kept seeing, and I heard on Twitter about Lamar Jackson. I swear that dude was everywhere. Yeah. Him and Kyler Gordon, man, he's the real deal.
Kyler Gordon got ahead of pick. He was in one-on-ones, had an interception. I think it was on Bayless, if I'm not mistaken. But it was a clean interception. He had great coverage. It was just...
there was a tip ball by a linebacker, and it was second strings. Trevor Siemian was quarterback, but it was just a little like dump off, and it was a tip ball by a linebacker. And I'm not too sure what linebacker it was, but Lamar Jackson was there for the interception. Like he's just there at the right time. So I really think he's going to be that underrated guy who's going to be a good depth guy. You know, you got to have good depth, especially at corner. You know.
Yeah, give me that in a little John Gruden impression. Give me a little depth.
Hey, I tell you what, man. Treston Ebner. I tell you what, man. Treston Ebner is the real deal too, man.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, for real though. All seriousness, Ebner is the real deal. I'm telling you.
Ebner's showing some speed out there, huh?
Yeah. I was watching one-on-ones with all the running backs. Ebner, Montgomery, and Herbert. I don't think they dropped a ball the entire one-on-one drills. They were beating their guys every time. They're gonna be the real deal, man.
Yeah, I can't say one of the David, the inside step.
Yeah,
the linebackers playing the inside, he still beats them to the inside. I know former Bear friend of the network, Dante Jones, my boy, was like, what the fuck? The linebackers got to at least get a hand on him to stop him from getting inside position, but he couldn't do it.
Tell you what, you could see what they're trying to do too. There's a couple
times
they run that. Man. I tell you what, they run that shotgun on a shotgun toss sweep. They ran that play like five times. Yeah. Where it's that Green Bay does it all the time, where they're trying to get outside, so it's a toss. But they ran that quite a few times, and screens, and of course the outside zone. They're trying to get that stretch, but Borum getting out there.
You got to get that stretch, man.
I tell you what, man. Hey, you got that stretch, and you get
it up.
I tell you what, man.
Greg, what about you, bro? You're there every day now, right?
No, I'm sticking to just the weekends. I'll probably slide into a family fest at Soldier Field, but
I'll be sliding into your family soon too.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, man. That handlebar mustache is the real deal, man.
No, my biggest takeaway from camp definitely is don't let fucking Allen back. That's number one. Number two,
they tried.
Don't let Allen in.
They tried.
It's easy. That was my first time going this year, and it's easy to get overworked up, when you go your first, see him for an hour and 45 minutes practice, and by the end of it you've got him going to the playoffs, and that's the vibes you get. That's what you want to get when you go to camp. There have been times I've gone to camp and you're like, man, this team fucking sucks, or this team doesn't get along, like the second year with Tressman and they're fighting each other and Kyle Fuller's getting thrown on the ground. That's not the kind of vibe you're getting here. This is a new coaching staff. These are guys running around, like Alex said. They're not dancing. Everybody's kind of on their toes. Eberflus is addressing the crowd. I've never seen that before. Nice touch.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything in the win and loss column, but at the same time, you feel this new energy because there's a new coaching staff. Are they going to work out? Well, that's yet to be determined. But like I said, it's easy to get overworked up. I've been wrong about things. The 2019 Bears, I thought we were going to the Super Bowl, going to camp. Other people like Dan Weeder will point out a million times how he called they weren't going to be good, and he was right. Last year, Carr's getting excited about, he goes to one practice and it's, they're going to have a great vertical offense. And that doesn't, that's how it is when you go to camp. You're going to get worked up about things, but it's easy to get worked up about Velus Jones versus Kyler Gordon. Because when I was out there, everybody keeps asking me, well, how did the offensive line look? I don't fucking know. I was watching Velus Jones and Kyler Gordon square off every time on the outside.
It was a great
one-on-ones and in 11-on-11s. Kyler Gordon had an interception to start. Then Velus Jones gets two bombs over the top. And you see that speed, not only the speed, but he displays the hands. And it's like, and then as Alex mentioned, Treston Ebner in one-on-ones, showing that he can, a linebacker, good luck to you on Treston Ebner. So now that rookie class is like just from the first day, and that it when you see it, like we talked about, Phil, with Tariq Cohen in 2017. It was the same thing, and Anthony Miller had that 2018 vibe. And this year, it's certainly, Jaquan Brisker didn't have the day he had the day before I got there. I mean, he certainly looks good in pads or whatever. But Kyler Gordon and Velus Jones took the day on Saturday, and it has me really excited to see where they can go. So that was my biggest takeaway. It was a lot of fun, but mainly don't let fucking.
Can I give you one negative real quick?
Yeah. Go for it.
Dude, Trevor Siemian is so inconsistent, it's bad. His deep ball is not like he just doesn't have breaking the touch. News. Yeah, I know, but I'm worried. I'm worried when Fields gets injured. I'm worried. I did not like it. He did thread a couple. There was one like a flag.
It was like a post throw. It was a 35-yard post.
Yeah, it was a deep post,
and basket. He couldn't even get it to the basket.
Well, there was one on 11-on-11s where he did thread the needle. I mean, he's just so inconsistent. I mean, it's obvious he's a backup quarterback, but there's some I was like, holy shit, he way underthrew him.
Well, that point with Justin
Fields, I mean,
it's
timing, but
to that point with Justin Fields, and I don't know how much you guys saw this, Alan, and you guys in the stands too, but I mean, if we're going to keep it real with Justin Fields, and I'm going to do my best to keep it as real as I can with him. I think the world of him. I think he can be our franchise quarterback, so I don't want anybody to take this and turn it into Greg's trying to be the negativity train. But I certainly feel like, and that's like he needs to have more consistency on where he places the ball
placement.
Yeah,
there's some plays he's hitting in the flat, and the running back's grabbing it at the bottom of his feet, or it's behind him. Deep throws a couple times it was overthrown. Now, granted, one time when it was overthrown, the DB coach is yelling to the DP, "Get your hands off him! You're holding them." So, it looks like an overthrow to the average fan like me, but a DB might be tugging on the jersey too. There's no refs to throw a flag to make things fair out there. But then on the other field, at one point when they were practicing special teams, Fields is on the other field, and they're throwing 50-yard passes to the corner of the end zone into a basket, into a big net, and it's a pretty big cylinder. It wasn't like a little basketball hoop. It was like a big square net.
Yeah, because they wanted the drill to drop in the bucket.
Exactly. And he didn't hit it once, and it's like, they all look nice, but one was short, one was long. And it's like, hey, this takes time. Last year, he's the backup quarterback, not getting any QB1 reps. This year, this is the third day of camp. They're not even in pads yet. So let's give him a chance to build that chemistry with the receivers and the running backs.
I'm glad you're talking about it because
with Fields too. How about those jump passes?
He's still holding the ball too long too. Like there was a few plays that I watched. He was well over 3.
Alex talking over me, and Bratcher
yeah, but was there? You gotta look though. You gotta go beyond that. Were there guys open when he was holding the ball too long?
Yeah, there was a couple that no one was open.
Let me just say this again. It's practice, and that's where we learn this. Say what you want about Greg. He's learning not to get too down or high. I know he hasn't smoked in a while either. So the reality of this stuff is in perspective. I always say practice makes perfect because you'll never have a perfect practice. You won't. It'll be close sometimes and you'll be like, wow. And you've heard Tressman and other coaches say, we had a great week of practice. At the end of the day, that shit means nothing. What does mean something is the mistakes. Are they corrected? Are they coached? Are fundamentals being the forefront of your conversation? The fact that Eberflus addressed the fans is a showcase of class. Now, hopefully George, and especially fucking Ted, can understand that class needs to be merit across everywhere and get to the point where you're proud of your franchise. You're proud to share with everybody, not just somebody that, paid a ton of money to get there, not somebody who just donated, not just, the Boys and Girls Club kids. We're going to do something nice. We're going to get them. No, everybody. You don't know anybody's story, George and Ted. They live and die with your team. No matter where they're from, no matter how much money they make, no matter what they do for a living, whether it be Uber driving or Uber Eats, they took the day off to do it. Allow them the opportunity to shake hands, to be around this team and this franchise. And you know what? Good things will come to those who give good back. Karma's a bitch for some of you. I'll tell you that. It'll come. And unfortunately, the Chicago Bears have had a lot of bad karma. And I think that starts at the top. You guys did a great job.
Karma coming for you.
That's what I was thinking the whole time. I'm like,
you guys did a great job. You guys are going to be back out there next Friday. So if you're a TTNL fan and you're somebody that wants to meet these guys, we're also going to have Cool Kennedy out there, the music director. We're going to have Ron G, the producer of the backgrounds and all of the graphics. He does the Super 16 Poll Show, BHL graphics. He edits my rants and all that stuff. They're going to be out there. Am I missing anybody else who's going to be? I know Ivan, Alex, and Alan.
TTNL patron Lenny.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Actually,
Lenny Aponte.
Yeah.
It's going to be with you guys.
Yep.
Greg, don't be elitist with Lenny, please. Embrace him.
On Sunday.
You're not going on Friday? Oh, yeah, you probably got to.
You're not going to be
Laying
next
them
Friday,
bricks.
Greg?
Yeah, he's got to work.
He's laying them bricks.
Laying them bricks.
Shooting bricks and laying bricks. He ain't no Michael Cooper. I'll tell you that.
Oh, God.
But yeah, it'll be next week, next Friday. This Friday, August 5th. We'll be out there covering camp. You guys do it. You'll have some swag on you. We'll be giving away some of the t-shirts, whatever. And hopefully throw one Coach Eberflus's way. He's right there. Just say, Coach, this is from the network to you.
Yeah.
You know how important
It's
the
right
tape
next
is.
to us the whole time, Phil. Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah, he's right there.
Don't get thrown out like other shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have fucks given, not zero. I have fucks. your ass is going to be taking an Uber all the way back home.
I've already emailed Alan's picture to all my sources.
Oh, no. I can see Greg.
I'll get
putting
that
his picture
video.
up.
I'll get that fucking video.
Oh, damn.
All right. So I'll probably a good place to wrap it up here.
Yes.
We're pushing 11.
We're going out. We're going out.
Yeah. We're going to end with Craig Bragg's clip of the day.
No.
Clip of the
no.
day.
No clip.
No, it wasn't
no
Craig.
clip.
It wasn't Craig.
Probably me.
Okay.
It's probably me, Braggs.
Maybe it was. I don't know.
Alan Bratcher or Greg. We don't
Allegedly,
know.
One of the B's.
Allegedly. I don't know where these clips came from.
Hopefully, Eberflus will come on the show one day.
But yeah,
That'll
we'll wrap it up
Peterson.
after this clip. You can take the comments down so everybody can see it. But here we go.
Guys, we'll see.
Tape Never Lies Network. Maybe tune in.
What? The tape never lies.
What?
The tape never lies. Tape never lies, baby.
All right, so we're out here at Chicago Bears training camp. Shout out, got Dr. Phil. #1 podcast we listen to during the season and during the off-season. Network, baby. Sure, go. The Tape Never Lies Network, man.
There you go. Hey, this is Tom Fair. I'm here at Bears training camp. The #1 podcast I listen to is The Tape Never Lies. It's awesome. You know it.
I'm with my boy Kyle Brandt here.
Oh, we're on video.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here posing for a picture.
Yeah, my bad. my bad.
Keep
My
rolling
bad.
it. It's better this way.
Yeah.
I was going like this. TTNL, the tape never lies.
Tape never lies.
Are you friends with Adam Rank?
I am.
I should ask for your autograph.
Probably.
Rank runs this show. I still think we're taking a picture of it. TTNL. We have tape of this now. It never lies. Good to meet you, man.
Thanks,
Take
buddy.
care.
Appreciate it.
Phil told me to look for you. I kept looking, waiting for you. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
All right.
You like the video or not, Shane? I gotta do what I gotta do.